Hello, everyone, and welcome to Asian Viewpoints with Mary Sit, a Texas barbecue restaurant that boldly mixes cuisines from around the world, has been grabbing headlines since it opened in 2018. Blood Brothers BBQ restaurant of Houston isn't shy about mixing it up with Korean, Mexican, Vietnamese, Thai, and Chinese cuisine. Here to tell us more is co-founder and co-owner Robin Wong. Robin, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, when you decided to open Blood Brothers back in 2018, barbecue was already a very crowded space, especially in Texas. What were you going to do that was going to be different and distinguish it from all the others?
Initially, when we started Blood Brothers, it wasn't to do anything different. It was to be good at what is traditionally Texas barbecue. And that wasn't really by design. That was just because we're very proud of the barbecue that we have in Texas. And so to be part of that fraternity, you had to do it well. So we just started with the basics and tried to improve on that. And then once we kind of felt like we had that where we wanted it, then we kind of started playing around. And that's when people really started noticing what we were doing, is because we were doing, something a little bit different with Texas barbecue.
Some of your menu items, they change weekly, right? Or every day, like on Monday, there's a certain thing. On Tuesday, there's something else. Tell me what your typical menu is, say, for today.
So that's on Wednesday. We have the Loco Moco. We have a tri-tip pastrami. Then Thursday, we do like a prime rib sandwich. We do two different versions of that. Friday is kind of our Thai Day Friday. We do Thai curry boudin. We do a Thai peanut butter sticky rib. We used to do papaya salad. We used to have basically a theme for every day. And that's kind of changed a little bit, but Sundays, it's all Tex-Mex and Mexican cuisine. So we just try to have fun with it.
And every day someone can go eat at your place and try something completely different, right?
Right. That was kind of the idea, was that one day you can get traditional Texas barbecue. The next day, you could come every day and not have the same thing and not have the same vibe.
Now, Robin, a year after you opened, Bon Appetit named it one of the best new restaurants in 2019. Texas Monthly included it in the 2019 list of the state's best new barbecue joints. So that's pretty prestigious because we have lots of barbecue in Texas. The Smithsonian Magazine did a piece. And in 2021, the New York Times called it one of the top 50 restaurants nationwide that they were most excited about. That's pretty prestigious. How did you get to that point? What do you think happened?
I really don't know. Luckily for us, barbecue is really a destination restaurant, and not just within the city. I mean, across the nation, people that are fanatic about barbecue follow all the blogs and will drive hours, will travel across states just to try barbecue. And luckily for us, the word got out. And we opened the restaurant in 2018, but we started in 2014. So It's not like we were new when we opened the restaurant. We've been around. So
in 2014, you did little pop-ups. Is that right?
Right. And there were some write-ups, of course, not big ones like that, but there were some write-ups about what we were doing. And there was some buzz about what we were doing back then. But yeah, we were just lucky that when we opened the restaurant, these writers came in, tried our food, and really enjoyed what we were doing and wanted to write about it and tell our story.
Now, Robin, you and your brother Terry Wong were not really restaurateurs before even the pop-ups. You both owned and operated a karaoke bar, right? So how did you go from that to restaurants? We
opened the original Glitter Karaoke in Chinatown from 2000 to 2005. Then we closed and opened in Midtown from 2000 till we opened the restaurant. We had chef pop-ups and steak nights and all kind of food events. And so we made friends with a lot of people in the food industry here. And a lot of them helped us along the way to get to the restaurant. And anytime we had any kind of questions, they were always open to share advice with us. So that helped us a lot in the beginning.
I remember you said that once that you used to go to restaurants and you try something new and you would ask your friend, the chef in the back, hey, what are these flavors, right?
Yeah, if there was anything that they cooked that I was curious about, it was awesome to have be able to ask them right there in the kitchen, like, hey, what technique did you use for this? What am I tasting? Why is this so good? And they were very open about sharing their techniques with us, and we took a lot of that into the restaurant with us.
Who decides the menu? Is it a group effort, or is it mainly you in the kitchen or the pitmaster? How does it work?
Mostly it's Kui and I. Kui will have a crazy idea for some kind of protein that he wants to try to smoke. And then we'll try to figure out how that works on a menu. We don't really like just throwing something on just to throw it on. We try to figure out how a place for it. It has to fit. It has to make sense. It has to relate to our story. Like we wouldn't do something if people couldn't instantly taste it and be like, that makes sense for these guys.
Right.
So it has to make sense. But really, I mean, all of us like to eat out, and we all have a lot of friends in this industry. So anytime we go out, there may be something that kind of a light goes off and we think that might work for Blood Brothers, and then we'll talk about it. And usually if it gets to the point where we're trying it out, it'll end up on a menu somewhere at some point. May not be right away, but it's in our back pocket, and it may show up at an event. Like when we do these festivals, that's when we pull out all the funny stuff that we've been thinking about doing. And then we see, did it work? Do people like it? And then can we execute this on a daily basis? And then boom, next thing you know, brisket chow fun is on the, 2 years later.
Robin, how did growing up in Alief, which is a working class suburb of Southeast Houston, how did that influence you and your brother's taste in food? And also just influence you in general?
I think it just influences everybody that grows up there in general. If you go to a place and there's 200 people in there and you meet someone from Alief, we always say, you'll probably get along with that person. There's just something about an open-mindedness with people that grew up in Alief, because we all kind of grew up with the same, in the same class, middle class, lower middle class. We all grew up living next door to all different nationalities. So there were
a lot of immigrants in the neighborhood, right?
People we were full of immigrants. Yeah. And like, even though there were white folks and black folks there were also, Latinos, Indians, Africans, Asians of all kinds, Vietnamese, Chinese, Korean, Thai, there's everything that every culture you can imagine grew up in Alief and, in the same neighborhood. And so I think that open-mindedness and then being so close to Chinatown and, Chinatown, not just being Chinese, Vietnamese culture there, Indian culture there, African culture there. You just grow up with an open-mindedness about people and culture and food.
What's your most popular item on your menu, Robin?
Oh, I mean, our most popular is always going to probably be brisket, Texas brisket. I mean, that's what most people come for when they come to a barbecue restaurant is brisket. Now, for us, the Asian spin items is probably going to be the Thai peanut butter sticky ribs on Fridays is super popular.
What's next for Blood Brothers?
We've always said Blood Brothers is just one single place. We do have our stall in the Resorts World Casino, and that's awesome. And then if Resorts World decides that there's more of an opportunity for some of their other properties, we'd be thrilled about that. But for right now, the original OG Blood Brothers barbecue in Bel Air, that's it for Blood Brothers.
Well, it's wonderful. I love your barbecue. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us more about it.
Thank you, Mary.
If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button below and be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll be posting a new video every Thursday. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next video.